Okay, so we are going to run our Seawater Pro water maker. 10 to 12 gallons per hour, 600 watts, weighs about 50 pounds, so you know it's a little heavy, but certainly manageable. And everything is in here. This is their mini. Everything is right in here. We have modified things a little bit to work for us, so maybe some other people will see this and might help them out too. So one of the modifications we did is, this is a boost pump. There's two pumps, a boost pump and then the main pump that pushes the high pressure into the membrane. This boost pump, they say, put it down in the water and it will boost the seawater up to this thing. And on this boost pump is normally a strainer filter that fits right here. So when this is sitting down in the water, things like jellyfish or something like that won't get sucked up into it. And so we took the strainer off of here and put it on the end of a long hose that we can drop down into the water, and I put this piece of galvanized pipe on the end of the hose so it will actually stick down in the water and stay there, won't float around. And we put the strainer on the end of this. So we're going to drop this down into the water and then start hooking the rest of it up. Another modification we made, this freshwater line, after the water's filtered and goes into our water tanks, needs to reach right up to there. So this isn't quite long enough with our unit sitting on the front of the boat here. So I got some 10 feet of extension line here, and I got a quick connect for that. Should be able to just quick connect everything right in there. Oh, nice. So I think that quick connect does everything, and then we'll be able to feed this up into our water tank. So we need to open up our water tank with the handy dandy water tank key so we can put our fresh water into here. You hand me that line. Yeah, we're gonna stick this right down into there. Yeah. So startup. This is only our second time running it. So startup, submerged boost pump with filter in water source. So that's our boost pump and our extension hose to get down into the water source. 5 micron filter. 5 micron filter. So let's just take this a step at a time. One other thing that I forgot to mention, if you are submersing this pump in the water, there's a little red plug here, and that plug will have a hole in it. Since we are running this pump up out of the water, we had to replace that red plug with the hole in the middle of it with this one, which has no hole in it. So that was an extra thing we had to do also. And this is our brine hose. So this is the extra salty water that will come out after it's filtered through. We're going to flush that down in. We're going to put it over here far away from our fresh water. We've got the boost line down in the water, and Mateo's going to plug it in. So okay, go ahead and plug that in and get that started. Okay, I hear it. So now we're going to plug in the main high pressure hose, which gets plugged right into there. And turn it on and plug it in. So now we have this going. Let's see if we can get some water flow going through. Oh, there we go. I see some water coming up into the brine hose now, and there it's going out. So, you know, I guess the directions were a little confusing. It says plug in boost pump, ensure water is flowing through brine hose. And then for step 5, it says plug in high pressure pump. But it seems like we needed to have the high pressure pump plugged in before brine would come out of the hose. And so now we need to regulate this to getting a little less than 9 gallons per hour on the flow meter going through. So everything appears to be running the way it should. Got the boost pump down there, and like I said, it doesn't quite reach the water, but with that extension it seems to be pulling up water. And the boost pump's feeding into the high pressure pump. Here's our brine water, which even looks extra salty. And here is our fresh water, which is filling up the bucket, which we will use for our final go through. And it's not like this is going to be wasted, because when we do our final flush with it, we'll put it back into the water tanks anyway. So yeah, it just helps clean out it helps clean out the membrane, I guess. The filter and the membrane. It will help clean out the filter and the membrane, so it will have a longer life. Everything appears to be running real well. Everything's making a happy sound. So life is good in the water maker business. My water tank's pretty much topped off, so I'm gonna pull this boost pump in out of the seawater and put it into my first gallon of fresh water that I made, and use it to kind of clear the system through. So let's see how this works. Pulling it up now. So even with this pump all the way up here and all that length of hose, I'm still getting a good feed through the system. So, you know, I was worried that with that length of hose that the pump might not be able to pull it up with the air in the line, but it seems to all be working okay. Of course. Okay, it's pulling the fresh water out. Certainly this thing needs adjusted. Okay, trying to adjust this up with the fresh water. It doesn't seem to want to go up to the 850 recommended PSI. Still seems to be working. Still getting a little bit of brine through. Oh, now it's going up. Just needed to catch up there. Now it's going. Just a little bit of lag time there to somehow work through the salt water into the fresh water, but now I can see that the level in the bucket is going down and this pressure is about where I want it to be. Draining the last little fresh water out of the bucket. Okay, going to turn this off. High pressure pump is off, and the only way to really turn the boost pump off is to unplug it. So that's unplugged. And I think everything is good now.
We hope you enjoyed the video. It's fun sharing our trip. To find out more about the whole trip, you can visit our website, shown in the link below. And on our website, we also have a link to gear that we use and test. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, shown below. Any Patreon support is greatly appreciated, and a link to this is also on our website. Thank you for watching.